It's Tuckshop time.
Tuckshop. Now, this is going to be a bit of a nostalgia overload. We're going to keep this one short and sweet today, Sean, aren't we?
Short and sweet.
Yeah.
It's actually all about confectionery.
Confectionaries from
Now,
the
look,
1990s, yes.
Confectionery at the tuck shop is a bit of a hot topic, right? Because, like at some schools, they don't like selling kids lollies,
Rots
candy.
their teeth out, apparently.
Right? But we're going to have a look at some of the confectionaries of the 1990s. Now, most of these are still around because they're fucking awesome.
Because they are awesome.
Right?
That's why they're hanging
but
around.
We're going to track them down. Can be hard. We're going to track down a few. We have managed to get a couple. They're on the desk here for our YouTube viewers. For our podcast listeners, all you got to do is imagine tasting these gems. Let's go with the first one, Chris, that we've got here in a little list of our confectionery. What have you got there?
So we got Warheads.
Oh, yeah.
So the sour candy that took Aussie schoolyards by storm, famous for its face contorting first hit.
They were fucking gross.
You put them in your gob and whoa, I loved them. I like
turned your mouth into a cat's asshole.
Yeah,
They were gross.
I hated the hot ones, but I like the
kids
sour.
love them. They're shit.
I love the sour ones.
Nah. Ghost Drops, on the other hand.
The ghosties.
They're the ones. Colourful hard lollies with a sour punch that often stained your tongue bright blue or green. They were fucking awesome, and they're still awesome. Ghost Drops. I really like Ghost Drops.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Whiz Fizz, iconic physics sherbet powder and sachets.
And power.
It was
sherbet
power. Best eaten straight.
How do you power it
if
with
you were
sherbet?
tough, you just tip the whole lot in your gob in one hit.
Oh.
And it had that tiny little spoon.
Well, you
throw
tip
that
something
out.
into your Coke?
Oh,
Ever do that?
Oh, no. But it sounds interesting. I bet.
But that's not the only one. We got Double Dip. Now, I loved Double Dip because Double Dip was on sale at the football club. I have tracked down some Double Dip in my hands.
Yeah.
Shake it to the microphone. Double Dip. We've got orange and cherry here, Chris.
And you could double dip. You could put your little stick in and a bit of cherry and a bit of orange, whatever you wanted. But
I don't really know what to say about that. I'm not going to say much. It's a sweet and tangy sherbet treat with two flavours and a candy stick for dipping and licking.
Wow.
Erotic.
Very erotic.
Hey, what's the next one? This is going to be good.
This is Big Boss cigars.
Yeah, boy.
So they were soft red candy sticks shaped like cigars, once seen as cheeky fun before being phased out because they encourage kids to smoke, I guess.
I think that could be a problem. They are gone because no one should teach kids they should smoke.
No, speaking of that, so the next one, have you ever punched a few fads in your life?
I'm glad you said fads. Yeah, look, mate, I have a pack of fads right here.
Right,
fads.
Yeah, fads.
Just making sure. They're fads fun sticks. Now, fuck off. They're called fags and they were cigarettes, right? Because in Australia, right, the slang term for cigarettes is the fag, or a durry. You couldn't call them durries. That wouldn't have been the sold to me, but they were called fags. They were a white candy stick originally marketed to resemble cigarettes, and again, they were later renamed to fads and stripped of their red tip. What's a fun stick?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure.
Gotta leave
I could go somewhere with that. But
back to double dip. No,
we could go double dipping or fads or whatever.
Fads. They're called fads now. We've got some in.
Yeah, they used to have a red tip and they look like little cigarettes. That was a fag back in the day.
Do you remember Super Tattoos gum?
I do.
Flat sticks of gum that came with printed tattoos you could transfer onto your skin with water.
They were cool.
You can still get them.
They were cool.
I don't have any. I tried to get. Actually, did try to find these. And maybe put some on to look really cool.
Yeah, they were cool.
Couldn't find any of that. Too hard to find.
The Hubba Bubba, the strap tape of bubblegum. You remember that thing? It was about 20 foot long. So it was a coiled strip of bubblegum that you could buy in a little roll. And your parents used to hate it because you'd leave bubblegum and shit everywhere. Yeah.
You can still buy them. You can go to Kmart right now and buy them. But you know what? I used to get the whole tape, eat the whole thing, put the whole thing in your gob, and you go, you could barely chew it. And then again, you'd leave it lying somewhere. And it'd go hard, and it'd be a ball just sitting there, a big ball of gum. Now, most schools nowadays ban bubblegum in its entirety.
I can understand it,
because it's no longer a common tuck shop treat. You can't just go and buy gum. You used to back in the day. It was all the rage. If you wanted something extra cool with your gum, the tattoos aside, you could even find gum in trading card packets.
Oh, yeah, I remember those. Yeah, and they get like a bit of oil stains and that on the cards, right?
Your cards are ruined.
Yeah, they're ruined. Yeah.
You buy the cards and you would expect to get 8 or 9, 10 cards in a packet. 3 of them are fucked.
Yeah.
Because they're full of chewing gum.
Yeah.
But you'd still pick it out and eat the gum anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But in the early days of trading cards, from the 50s through to the 80s, right, packs often included sticks of bubblegum alongside the cards, which became a staple of brands like Tops, where the gum added a fun bonus to collecting sports or pop culture cards. The gum was usually flat, brittle, and sometimes stuck to the cardboard.
It was.
Always stuck to the cardboard.
Yeah, it was always.
In Australia, right, it's hot most of the time, so your gum
humidity destroyed it, yeah.
By the 90s, they stopped doing this over concerns about freshness and hygiene. Probably fair enough, actually.
I reckon, yeah.
Packaging costs led most companies to phase out the gum, shifting the focus onto just cards. But do you remember any, from your childhood, Wibbles, do you recall any specific trading cards where you would get the sticker gum? Do you remember getting any?
Was it like Batman or TMNT or something?
Oh, mate, Batman. I used to remember getting Batman ones, and they'd have a big sticker gum in them. Turtles, I think.
Turtles, yeah.
My favourite one was Dinosaurs Attack.
Dinosaurs Attack.
I don't know if you remember that. That's a late 80s one.
I'm trying to think, yeah. But I'm sure if I saw a
Tops. It's Tops made those.
packet, I'd see it.
And they basically, it was like some scientist who brought dinosaurs back from the past, and the dinosaurs come about and they just kill everyone, essentially.
Oh, yeah.
It's gory. Okay. The cards were not for children, but they had bubblegum in the packet, so you can't tell me that wasn't marketed for children, right?
But this was, what, the 80s or the 90s? So
you
get away with it.
You get away in Australia, it was the 90s, but I know they came out before
you get away with that, yeah.
But nevertheless, Confectionary. That's part one of our Confectionary Tuckshop series. I think we might do a second part of that. Confectionary.
We're going to share that with a guest, shall we?
That was pretty short, pretty sweet. We could share it with a guest.
We could, or we could not.
Let's see if anyone's willing to come and hang out with us.